Hey, Ancil Lea here. Hey, we're here today with another edition of Health Tech Today, talking about new technology being developed. And man, I'm here today with Dr. Dwight Chrisman, and Dr. Chrisman is a cardiologist in Little Rock. And um, and hey, Dwight, welcome.
Hey, Ansel, thanks for having me. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, you bet, you bet. Now, you guys have developed this. You developed a product called Vascugenics. Um, hey, tell us a little bit about what that is and what it does.
Sure. So, Vascugenics is actually the holding company. The name of the true individual product itself is called the Speed Torque. And so, essentially, what the genesis of that was years ago, I was bothered by a tiny manipulating device that we use during heart stent placement that made placement of the wire where we needed it in the heart very two-handed, very cumbersome. A lot of moments where the wire could slip, and it always bothered me that essentially all those shortcomings could be overcome with adjusting that small device from one two-hand use to one-hand use. And then so that was the kind of the genesis of the idea, and then it just went to the typical get in the garage, play with some plastic, start drawing ideas. And then over the years and a lot of iterations, started coming up with some ideas that I thought would work. And then that's when I started the patent process and migrated toward a product that now we have on the market that is actually so far everyone loves, and it's really being incorporated very quickly.
Wow. Well, congratulations. It's something to create a product. And you mentioned something. You've got at least multiple patents.
Yeah, you learn this whole experience is a huge learning curve because my day job doesn't really allow me to understand patents and business law and all these things. But along the way, I was at least um, I don't know, lucky enough to understand that I needed a little protection before I started spreading knowledge of this all over the place. And that comes from where I trained, which was kind of the origin of stents. And so some of the guys there were smart enough to say, hey, if you've got an idea, you need to get a patent. And so what I basically did was I actually started working at night, just doing a little research and started writing my own patent. I wrote the original patent, of course, with a little bit of guidance from some patent lawyers, but I basically wrote it out and submitted it and was lucky enough to get the original patent in the United States that enabled me to sit down with engineers and start manipulating it to make it even better. And then, so along the way, with some guidance from legal, I was able to get 6 more patents so that we could fully protect not only design but utility, and also go outside of the United States so that we could get a design and utility patent in China, as well as in the European Union, get a design patent. So we've tried our best with some legal advice to make sure we're as protected as possible in the event that we start spreading outside of the borders of the United States.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I know this has probably been a multi-year ride for you, and but now you're really going to market with this and I see that you're getting traction, and I've gotten to know your CEO Noah, and so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the traction has been marvelous. You just hope and pray that other people see this like you do. And then in the medical world, we're just creatures of habit. So it's really something you have to bring a lot to the table, either efficiency or cost savings or healthcare outcomes. You have to show something, or people are just going to say, I'm used to what I'm doing. I'm not going to go there. I like what I like. But very quickly on, I would say after about my fifth case of using it, I felt like I was over my honeymoon sensation of going, I really, really want this to work because I spent all these years creating it and I think it really, really is just right. But after about the fifth case, I just said, it doesn't matter that we created this. This is better. This works. This is good. And then we started trickling it out to people around the country at places either that I knew people or we just randomly tried to find people that would be willing to try it. And you know, we've been very blessed. The outcomes and the feedback has just been overwhelmingly positive, and even to the point where we've had a few doctors who basically said, I've never used these devices because I think my fingers work better, just in the manipulation, who have said, you know what, I like this because the only reason I didn't use the old technology is because it was cumbersome.
Right.
And so I got used to not using it. And now that this has come along and it's so easy, you've kind of converted me. And those feel like big victories. It's easy for me to sell to the guy that I'm replacing the product because I know the benefits over it. But to the people that basically have said, I don't need either one, but yet adopt ours, and that makes us very proud.
Wow. Well, again, much congratulations on developing something, seeing you're really the birth of your baby, if you will, and this thing you really kind of really taken off. How can people find out more about you?
Sure. So fortunately, we were able to get a unique name, so it wasn't out there on the web. So we were able to get straight out vascugenics.com. That
Ending.
that website then itself tells all about the product. It has pictures on it there. It shows the advantages of it over the other products, and it also gives contacts to myself, the CFO, the CEO, and that way people can communicate with us. And fortunately, from the standpoint of the healthcare world, it's available through a Medline. We were able to partner with that distribution company, and so people can go straight to Medline and put in the name Speed Torque, and it will come right up as the only device, and it shows a picture and how people can acquire it. So those are the two ways to find out more about it. And we're just really excited to see this thing start to slowly grow out throughout the country.
Well, I know you're very proud, and I'm very proud for you as well, as an Arkansas-based company that has developed this. And hey, thank you for taking time now, and we let us know how in the future we can help you. And if you want to contact, if any of that, hopefully you got all that information from Dr. Chrisman. But if you didn't, hey, contact me directly, and I'll put you in touch with Dr. Chrisman and his staff. Hey, Dr. Chrisman, thanks so much again. And man, I wish you all the best.
Thanks, Ancil. Anytime. We appreciate it.
You bet. Take care.